I think that it's the most important thing at this moment. We have to be responsible because
Halo Cizamen, halo everyone, halo semuanya. Apa kabar kalian? Semoga dalam keadaan baik ya. Well, kalau kalian baru pertama kali nonton videoku, salam kenal, namaku Tessa. Dan video ini merupakan kelanjutan dari video sebelumnya. So, kalau kalian belum nonton video sebelumnya, kalian bisa cek di playlist atau di series zoomvlog.
And during the lockdown situation, how did you feel?
When we talk about this crazy situation, I remember that I said, wow, Tessa is really lucky. She can go out for a walk or going like bicycle and those things, but I can't do anything. Well, when the coronavirus came here, in Spain, well, I remember that at the beginning we heard about the outbreak in Italy, and it was like, well, Italy is not China. It's so near, it's not that far. And then we had more cases here in Madrid. I think that in my city, one of the first cases was a woman from my city, and well, we were worried about this, but we never expected what was going to happen. It was like crazy. So suddenly we are in our normal lives, and the president appeared on TV and said that we are in a state of alarm.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that he said, well, we are in a state of alarm. So we were like one day thinking about, well, are we going to have, a lockdown like China? That's impossible. It's crazy. And yes, I remember that Sunday when the government said that we had to stay all day at home, and it was like a shock. I think that at the beginning it was like, Spanish people is famous for being funny and those things. So I remember that we sent a lot of messages like, well, the lockdown, the toilet paper, and those things. But
and make some memes comic.
yeah, but then a lot of people started to die, and the hospital were collapsed. Like it was horrible, and it was a shock, and you can do anything. You can do anything. You just can stay at home and wait for some good news. That when we didn't have good news during for almost 2 months, like like it was, well, lockdown here has been like almost 2 months of lockdown. Like we can't go out for a walk on those things. And yes, and you think that I don't. It's difficult to say it because you have to live it. It's crazy, and yes, you have your moment. Like, well, you try to create your own world at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt so.
Yes, and also it's difficult to. I think that it's difficult to talk with your family, like, well, the situation, why suddenly we are at home, a lot of people is dying, well, people are losing their jobs. Well, it's crazy.
I have one question, by the way. You say that during the lockdown, one thing that you can do only stay at home. What makes you feel responsible to stay at home?
I think that it's the most important thing at this moment. We have to be responsible because if we aren't, a new COVID outbreak can happen, and then maybe we have to stay at home again, and not only for that, because there are people who know that if they pass coronavirus, maybe they can die. You know, like people with cancer or old people. So it's our, it's our responsibility to take care. And
What is your hope for your country and for the world?
well, for my country, I hope that a new coronavirus outbreak doesn't come. I mean that it's possible that we are going out. It's more possible, but it's like the before we have a vaccine and therapy for coronavirus. New coronavirus outbreak came. So that is my hope, and that also that economy start to improve, to get better. So, and for the war in general, I think that the same. I hope that we have soon a vaccine and a therapy, and that all people can have access to this. I think that's also really important. And yes, and that I know that now the bad situation with economy is going to get better soon. I think that after this coronavirus crisis, people is going to have a new mentality. And I think that we talk about this a lot of time. And like a new life, a new view of the life, and I think that the world needs to change. People need to humanize more.
I want to wish you a nice evening with your family and with your daily activities.
Okay.
So we would say like goodbye.
Goodbye.